I'm conducting a workshop, and to collect the registrations of these workshop, I use this form, which is the registration form. Now what I want, that whenever someone registers through this registration form, I want to add the details of that same registrant into this Google Sheets. So yes, I've already created this automation, and first I'm going to show you the proper working of this. So let's say I'm going to fill in this registration form as test user. As you can see, I've entered all of my details. Now I'm going to click on this complete registration. So yes, you can see we have completed this registration. Let's open our Google Sheets, and you're going to see within seconds the registrant details are added into my Google Sheets. Be it the first name, the last name, the email address, the phone number, or the address. All the details are exactly the same which we entered during the registration form submission. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we're going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then watch this tutorial till the end, and I can guarantee you that it can be really helpful for your own business too. So to do this, I'm going to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, where we have two options: sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can click on this sign in, but if you are a new user, you're going to click on this sign up for free, and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore Pabbly Connect. I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on this sign in. Once we click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over we're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So let's click on this access now right over here to access our Pabbly Connects account. Now it is going to open my dashboard, so click on this create workflow, select your workflow builder. We have two options, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is modern, faster and flexible, and the classic one is stable and has a familiar approach. So it depends upon you which workflow builder you wish to select. I'm going to select the new workflow builder, and now I have to enter the workflow name. So I want to name my workflow as Capture Webhook Response in Google Sheets. Now for the folder, I'm going to select my folder, which is automations. So if you also want to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, click on this create new folder button and create your own. After entering the workflow name and selecting the folder, we have to click on this button which says create, and once we click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window of our automation because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So to get started, we have to click on this add trigger button. For the trigger application, we have to search for Webhook by Pabbly. So we use Webhook by Pabbly to connect the applications which are not integrated with Pabbly Connect. So let's say I'm using a certain form builder which is not connected with Pabbly Connect, and using that form builder application, I am collecting the details of my lead. Or let's say I have attached a form on my landing page and I'm collecting the lead details using that form. Or let's say I am running a workshop and I've created a customized form for that, and using that form I'm collecting the registration details. So let's say that application is not integrated with Pabbly Connect, so we use Webhook by Pabbly to connect that application with Pabbly Connect. So what we have to do is we have to search for Webhook by Pabbly and select it. For the event, we have to select Catch Webhook Preferred and click on this connect. Now it is giving me the Webhook URL. So what you have to do is you have to copy this Webhook URL and you have to add this Webhook URL in the application which you wish to connect with Pabbly Connect. So let's say I am going to connect this JotForm with Pabbly Connect. So JotForm has a connection with Pabbly Connect already, but I am using it as an example application. You can use any another application too which is not connected with Pabbly Connect. So what we have to do is we have to go to this settings, then from the left end of the site integrations, and then we have to search for webhooks over here, and we have to add the webhook URL right over here. You have to make sure that this detail is added. So first erase this and then add the webhook URL which you copied from the workflow and click on this complete integration. Yes, you're going to see that now we have successfully added this webhook URL, and with this we have successfully created a connection between this application and Pabbly Connect. So once again, I'll mention that I am using JotForm as the example application. You can connect any another application with Pabbly Connect which is not already integrated. Alright, so now once we do this, it is saying waiting for webhook response. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And how are we going to do that test submission? For that, we have to go towards this publish and we have to copy this form link and open this in a new tab. Now we have to submit this form. So let's say for the first name, I'm going to keep it as new, last name as user only. For the email address, I'm going to keep it as new@pablitudes.com. For the address, I'm going to enter it as 123 Street, and then for the city, I'm going to keep it as Bhopal right over here. For the state, I'm going to keep it as Madhya Pradesh. Now let's move on further. I am going to enter the postcode as this, and now for the country, I'm going to select it as India. I'm going to enter the area code, now the phone number. And after entering all of these details, what we have to do is we have to click on this complete registration. And you can see that we have successfully submitted this form. So let's open our workflow, and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. And as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response for the same. Over here in the server URL, you can see that we have received the response from jotform.com. Alright, you're going to see all the details, be it the name, the address, the email address, all the details which we entered. And now I'm going to add these details in my Google Sheets. So to add these details in our Google Sheets, what we have to do is we have to close this and click on this add new action step. For the action application, search for Google Sheets and select it. For the event, you have to select add new row and click on this connect. Now if you have already created a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, follow me, click on add a new connection and then sign in with Google. Once we click on this sign in with Google, we have to select the Gmail account with the help of which we want to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. After we select the Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because your data is 100% safe with us, no need to worry. After connecting our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, you have to select the spreadsheet in which you want to add the details of your registrant. Then you have to select the sheet and one by one add all the details. But you are not going to enter the details manually by tapping it like this, but instead you have to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so one by one I'm going to map all the details. First I'm going to map the first name, then I'm going to map the last name, then let's move on further. I'm going to map this email address and now the phone number. After mapping all of these details, I'm going to map this address. So I'm going to look for address. First of all, I'm going to map the street address, put a comma, then space, then I'm going to map the city, then I'm going to map the state and then the zip code. And now after entering all of these details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request, and you're going to see we have received the positive response that we have successfully added these details in our Google Sheets. And you can see the details have been added, be it the first name, last name, email address, phone number or the address. All the details are exactly the same which we entered during the test submission. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. Now whenever we are going to receive a new response in this webhook by Pabbly, automatically the details will be added in my Google Sheets. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. For your reference, I'll add the workflow URL of my workflow in the description box below. You can check out my workflow and create this amazing automation for your own business too. I am just going to clarify once again that I use Jotform as the example application. You can connect any another application which is not integrated with Pabbly Connect using Webhook by Pabbly. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video with many more automation tips. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.